It's New Year's Eve, the year is almost over, and I still have Revelation to read, but I can read it today in one setting. It'll be a long read, but it'll be a good read. And so tonight's scripture that I'm going to bring you is from Revelations, from near the end, chapter 21, verses 1 through 8. Here it is in the CSB. Then I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth had passed away, and the sea was no more. I also saw the holy city, the new Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, prepared like a bride adorned for her husband. Then I heard a loud voice from the throne. Look, God's dwelling is with humanity, and he will live with them. They will be his peoples, and God himself will be with them and will be their God. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. Death will be no more. Grief, crying, and pain will be no more, because the previous things have passed away. Then the one seated on the throne said, Look, I am making everything new. He also said, Write, because these words are faithful and true. Then he said to me, It is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I will freely give to the thirsty from the spring of the water of life. The one who conquers will inherit these things, and I will be his God, and he will be my son. But the cowards, faithless, detestable, murderers, sexually immoral, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars, their share will be in the lake that burns with fire and sulfur, which is the second death. So this is about the end of what we know of as creation time, and there's a new creation coming, and everything is going to be made new, and that is the promise of Jesus. Behold, I make all things new. And so with this new year coming up here in just a few hours, it's time for us to sort of make a decision and look back at the year previous and think, do I want to do things the same way that I did them this previous year? And no doubt you probably did some things this past year that you do want to continue because it had a good outcome and it helped you grow as a person and it helped you in your relationships. But then there's probably a lot of things that you can look back on this past year and think, I don't want any more of that. That was broken, that was breaking things, and that was selfish, or that was done out of anger or short temper or out of greed or lust or whatever. And you look back on those things and think, I don't want to do that anymore. And so the beauty of this scripture here is that while this is talking about, the end of time, we have this opportunity really every day, but certainly at the end of every year to say, hey, the previous things have passed away and new things are to come. So the question for this coming year is, are you going to continue doing the previous things and getting the previous results? Or are you going to participate in everything being made new and do something new? I'm going to try to do something new, and I hope you are too. Happy New Year. I'll see you soon.